Hey guys, Shane from Jaggs Journeys doing a live stream again for the regular Wednesday fortnightly slot. Apologies, I'm a little bit late on this evening. I was just having a few connection issues with the PC, so apologies, I'm on a bit late. I think I'm nearly 10 minutes late, so apologies for that. Thank you for those that are waiting for the live stream. I hope everyone's been having an awesome week so far. Midweek, we're here again every 2 weeks. Now, good evening, everybody who's jumping on. Can you hear me okay, first of all? Someone just tell me if the audio is all good. We can hear you. Excellent. Thank you very much for that. The reason why I asked was because when I did the podcast, the last episode, did the whole episode and had a microphone issue. Luckily, the laptop was picking up my voice, so it was a little bit echoey. Wasn't great. So anyway, I'm glad it's all working tonight. So thanks everyone for jumping on. Again, I'll just start off by saying I apologize. I'm late on. I said 7:30. I was trying to jump on, and then I had connection issues with the internet, and then I had issue with YouTube itself. So anyway, it looks all good now, and we're on, and people are jumping on. So thank you all for taking the time out of your busy week and your Wednesday evening to chat with me, and I appreciate it very much, Lee. So hi to everyone that's jumping on, some familiar people there, and I appreciate all you guys, regular supporters of the channel, and for jumping on the chat. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking, and I hope everyone else is also doing well. And yeah, we're going to chat about, obviously we'll go through your questions and stuff, but we're also going to have a look at, I guess, what's happening coming up as well. Got a comment there. I hear you fine. Why is SeaWorld's roller coaster near the Trident not letting people on when the demo seat? Okay, so if you're saying that the tester seat fits fine, but they're not letting you on, I'm honestly not sure of that one. You'd probably want to ask that question to the actual operations team members. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I have seen that before when you sit in the seat out the front, the light goes green, then you go to get on, and then I don't know. Sometimes there seems to be a little bit of difference in the I guess the test seat versus the actual seat. Would that be fair to say? I think that's what you're probably saying there. And I've seen that before actually. So not sure why or how that happens, but definitely a question for the team members. Obviously, they need to explain that. So yeah, I'm not sure of any other reasons of why. Essentially. All right. So everyone's saying hi. So hi to everyone who is jumping on. We got here. So, I've pretty much last weekend been back to Dreamworld. Obviously, I've dropped Dreamworld video, dropped a movie world video, and obviously I've got USA content still coming out as well. So thanks to those that are watching the USA videos. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, I've still got a Universal Studios Orlando, so Florida. So I got that one as well. I'm just getting a message saying my quality is low. Is it the microphone quality or the video quality? Video quality. Okay. As I said, I was having issues with my internet connection. I don't know what was actually going on there. So apologies for that. That's probably it's what's causing it. So I can't change anything with the video quality. Sorry about that. It's probably the internet. It looks okay on my end, but of course, yeah, we'll see how it comes. Some people are saying the quality is good, so yeah. Anyway, getting back to that, yeah, USA trip. Someone's also asking, Squishy Lemon, hey, how are you? How was the USA trip? And again, it was really awesome. I was very, very fortunate to have been invited to Epic Universe before it even opened, and that was just it still blows me away that I actually got to check that whole park out. I mean, I didn't think I'd get there for a couple of years, to be frankly honest. And for them to then give me tickets to the other two parks as well, which just blew my mind. So yeah, I'm working on the video at the moment for Universal Studios, and that one will be. Let me see. That could be. It might be this week, or it could be potentially. Could be another week away, perhaps. But yeah, essentially, I've got Singapore stuff. I've got Universal Singapore as well coming up, plus a few other attractions we did around Singapore as well. And yeah, so the USA Universal Studios video, it's going to be quite a long video. I might end up splitting into two, possibly. Not 100% sure of that one yet. I'll see how it pans out. So I know sometimes if it's an hour or close to an hour, it's a lot of people go, oh, it's too long, I'm not going to watch it. So I might split that one to two as well. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, that one's still coming. And as I said, Universal Singapore is still coming out. Other attractions as well around Singapore. I've got a few other attractions that we did there as well. Other than that, just, trying to keep up with what's happening in the Gold Coast as well. Be a second. Okay. So, yeah, what's coming up? Okay, obviously, Movie World has their Heroes and Villains event. So that's coming up very, very, very soon. Now, I did have, where is it? I did have, and I've lost it now. Sorry about that. I'm prepared. I was trying to get all prepared, and then the internet crashed on me. So apologies for that. Heroes and Villains. Movie World. All right. So, yeah, it starts on the 30th of June, school holidays, obviously, and goes to the 20th of July. So that's cool. I guess that's that extra week. So when some of the other states are on holidays, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, who's going to that? I mean, I'm definitely going. I'm not sure when I'll be going because what day of the week is? I haven't even got a calendar in front of me. 30th of June, is that a Saturday or is that like another day of the week? But yeah, I don't always go the very first day. Sometimes it just depends on the day of the week. I can only film the weekend, so yeah. Anyway, that'll be an exciting event. Now they have released some new characters, as far as I am aware. So Lex Luthor has been announced, and so that's cool. That's exciting. And what was the other ones there? I'm still trying to have a look at the at the update. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, so the villains, you've got the Lex Luthor, the Penguin, which is the same Penguin as last year. I didn't actually know who it was at first, but anyway, the Riddler, so that's cool. Harley Quinn, Joker, of course. That's the villains. So one extra villain, which is cool. And then for the superheroes, we've got the Black Canary. So a fearless street fighter and a silver-tongued strongster. Yeah. Let's go. My eyesight's getting worse. Tackles and Justin's with her unmatched martial arts skills and her ear-piercing canary cry. Okay. Well, that's going to be cool. So that's a new one. Of course, we got the Flash, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, Superman, Green Lantern, Robin, and Batman. Also, don't forget, Batgirl is back as well. And guess what, guys? Another one is coming soon. So they haven't unlocked the last new superhero. So there'll be another superhero attending. Looks like there's more superheroes than villains. So how exciting is that? So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, hopefully they step it up a bit. Hopefully they have some different kinds of themed foods and drinks and things. And hopefully they utilize that Doomsday area. That's what I'm hoping for. So it'd be a waste if they didn't. I reckon they should use that area. Anyway, that's what's coming up there. Looking forward to that. I'm just going to roll back through some of your comments. I see heaps of comments coming through. So I will get to you all. And just again, I'll say it now. If I don't read your comment, if I might have accidentally missed it, just pop it in again. And so first of all, I want to say thanks to everyone who's jumped on tonight and saying hi. And apologies if the video quality is a little poor. I was having some internet issues before. Let's see. Okay, where was I to? Okay. Am I ready? Am I getting ready for yeah, season 5 of Stranger Things? I'm not. That's look, I did watch the first few Stranger Things, and I definitely enjoyed them. So yeah, look, I mean, I don't know how many more they're going to do. So look, I may watch a couple, but I have very limited time to watch anything much these days. So yeah, we'll see. Hey Sue, how you going? Thanks for jumping on. John, thanks for jumping on too. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm just reading comments. So if I stop talking for a second, I'm reading comments. Moviewood's birthday was on Tuesday, and then Australia the next day. The packs are getting really old. I'm not sure what that relates to. It was Moviewood's birthday on Tuesday. I saw that, and then Australia the next day. The packs are getting really old. I'm not sure. Sorry, I don't follow that comment. Sorry about that. But yeah, it was their birthday, definitely. Yeah. Okay, if the video's probably still poor. Someone's saying I should maybe do a restart, but I did do 2 restarts trying to get it started to start with. Anyway, it sucks that Movie World's not doing night events for the Heroes and Villains event. Yeah, I agree. I mean, obviously, it's getting darker now, like around 5, between 5:30, and I think they have that 5 o'clock parade. So, it because they use a lot of lighting effects and all that kind of stuff. It does start to look quite good. So, but yeah, there is coming up a multicultural event at Movie World. It is a separate ticketed event. It's not a Movie World event, so it's an outside business that hires Movie World out for this multicultural event. I went to last year's one, separate ticket event. I mean, on the plus side, rides are open at night, pretty cool, but it's not the same kind of Movie World feel that you get during the day because it's actually an outside company that's hired Movie World, and you can buy a ticket. Anyone can go to it. The performances last year were pretty cool, pretty good. I mean, I enjoyed the event. I did a video. It's always worth a look. I'm not sure if I'm going to go to this year's one though. Again, it's probably the same as last year, no doubt. But anyway, it was definitely the performances were amazing, and to me, there needed to be more foods. Excuse me, there wasn't enough. Like they had a few food vans there, but I was thinking, okay, cool, we can try a lot of different kinds of foods, but there was only really a couple of things to try that were different. So, okay, so GC Party Busters, he's saying the start of the event for the Heroes and Villains is a Monday, which is the 30th of June. So there you go. So Monday. So it'll be going for a whole entire week before I can even get there. So But that's okay. That's fine. By then it will be refined. You know what I mean? It'll be a more refined event. So that should be cool. Um, Matt's going on the opening day. Hey Josh, I just got back from a 2-week cruise. Oh, that's right. How was it, mate? I hopefully it was awesome. Scooby Doo, we're hoping. Well, we haven't heard anything, but we're hoping for September. We're hoping. I mean, look, they might just come out in June, July holidays and go, surprise, Scooby's open. That would be amazing. That would be awesome. But I don't think so. I think it's going to be September. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. What have we got there? Did I go anywhere else other than America and Singapore? No, I just went to those 2 countries. So there's the other new character could be. Oh yeah, there's Black Canary. Yeah, Black Canary. Top 10 coasters. In the world. I'd honestly, I'd have to. I've ridden so many. I really have to have a hard think about that. But I can tell you now, my number 1 coaster, is Stardust Races at Epic Universe. By far, amazing. Number 2 would probably have to be Hagrid's motorcycle journey at Islands of Adventure. Amazing. 3 probably have to be Velocicoaster. I mean, Hypercoaster DC Rivals is probably next. I mean, I've ridden several coasters in the US as well, at Knott's Berry Farm as well. Obviously Disney, and here. So yeah, that's probably my top 4. Maybe if you give you a top 5, maybe the 5th one might be, maybe Ghost Rider in Knott's. Maybe, I don't know. It's a wooden coaster. It's pretty exhilarating. It's pretty cool, pretty crazy. But yeah, I like theming stuff, obviously. So yeah, I'll give you the top 5. I can't really think of 10 right this minute. What do we got here? So Thunderbolt Bucky is going to be dressing up as Green Arrow. That's pretty cool. Green Arrow is cool. And okay, yeah, Black Canary's from Arrow. Gotcha. I wasn't too familiar with that character, so probably a bit out of touch with that. Any news on Doomsday? No, I haven't heard a thing, unless anyone else has. I'm not always first to hear things either. I just, when I find them on the internet, and I'm just searching, or if something's been uploaded on their social media. So other than that, no, I haven't really heard anything at all. So nothing. Hoping for a Willy Wonka land or a Minecraft land where Doomsday is. Yeah, look, any of those lands would be amazing, wouldn't they? It's a big space, and they could definitely do a lot there. And we're hoping for something. I tell you, we're all hoping for something big, a big investment. The park needs to do a big investment, and needs to be there. It needs to be the next thing they do after Scooby reopens. So I think next year that needs to be the focus. Something needs to be put there and opened for sure. Scooby opens. Yeah, I hope so too. And then people can actually play rather than just it's open. Yeah. Australia Zoo. Not. Well, I have done video there. A couple of years ago now, but I don't think the park has changed a lot since then. But yeah, would like to get back at some point, and as soon as we can, I suppose. What do you think will replace the? Not a massive space there though, so I'm not sure if I mean, hopefully they'll put something else there. What, I don't know. They may not put anything there. I mean, it may just be, again, it's not a lot of space there. So yeah, they haven't said what's replacing that yet, but at least it's gone now. It's sat there for a few years, not in use. So finally, finally, it's been taken away. So that's good. Have I ever been to Cedar Point? No, I haven't actually. No, I would love to do all those other parks in the US. I mean, yeah, it's very expensive to go to the States. I mean, I was very fortunate with that last trip. But yeah, like, I mean, typically speaking, like I mean, yeah, like everyone trying to save some money is very hard, very hard. And the exchange rate, excuse me, the exchange rate is it's really high, well, low for us at the moment. So that's half the battle, and everything's really expensive, tickets and everything. But we shall see. We shall see. The more subscribers I get, more chance I've got, because that all helps fund the channel, obviously, with views, so and ads. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that button. It's free, of course. I'm sure most of you on here are subscribed though. But feel free to share the channel with friends or family, or people that you know that may like theme parks, attractions, events, local and overseas. Obviously, I'm sort of scattering the international content in between the local content. I know how important it is to, you guys are interested in the local content in our parks here. So I've obviously started to head back into the parks now, and I've done a couple of videos already. Dreamworld just gone, and Movie World prior. So yeah, we'll get back into all that as well, and then throw the US stuff and the Singapore stuff in between as well. So, but definitely the next US video will be Universal Studios Florida. Might be in two episodes. I just got to see when I finish the editing how it flows, and if I think it needs to be split into two. And then Universal Singapore, same thing. It might end up being two. It might be one. So anyway, that's what's coming. There's also, we did some other stuff in Singapore, Sentosa Island. We did the luge. We checked out some of the other attractions there, like the cloud forest and things like that. Some iconic stuff in Singapore. Really cool over there, by the way. So really enjoyed Singapore. So that's all. Plenty of stuff to, that's coming up. Different stuff as well. So it's not all going to be local, obviously. Until I've finished putting those other international videos out. So it's probably still take another month or so until I've finished all of those international videos. So yeah, obviously in between the local stuff. So yeah, that's what's happening there. What else we got here? Why are theme parks games so old? It was Australia's zoo's birthday too. Games so old. Do you mean like the Midway games? I'm not sure which games you mean there. Oh, it was Australia's zoo's birthday as well. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. So I didn't even see that anywhere. Well, that's cool. How old is that park now? Because I know the park's actually been around for years, but how it is now, it's obviously evolved into that over time. And it is an awesome park. It's really cool. Let's hit 20K subs. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing all right, considering, I work full time. This is a hobby channel that I can only really do my 1 or 2 videos a week. I try to keep the Instagram going. I try to keep reels and things going, shorts videos as well, to keep you guys engaged in the channel during the week until I can put out the weekly videos. But I appreciate everyone still following. I know there's other channels out there doing more content than I can physically do, but hopefully, the quality of the content's what keeps you guys around. So I appreciate it all. Matt's off. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for jumping on. You have a good week as well. What have we got here? Do you plan to add memberships to channel? Yeah, actually, I spoke about it last week. That is coming. Definitely coming. Obviously, the key thing is, depending on what you offer, you have to deliver. So if people are paying money, it's like the old movie world TikTok, right? Paid this money, it started off, and then we got nothing. We're still paying the monthly fee, and we got nothing, and that's not good. I don't want that to happen. So I've got to make sure that whatever I choose and what levels, that obviously I can deliver upon that, because I am, fairly time restricted, what I do. So yeah, watch this space. That will be coming soon. Actually, I've been asked for probably a couple of years on this, and I actually I was going to launch it a couple of years ago, but again, just like lack of time and all that kind of stuff. So, but definitely have been seriously looking into that. So hopefully that will come, but it will come. So watch this space. What do I do for job? I sell drinks and I sell lollies. That's what I do for a job. Nothing too exciting, but it's very busy, going around all the supermarkets and stuff. Beetlejuice ride, that would be really awesome, actually. Really, really awesome. So yeah. Family Odyssey, how long do you stay at the parks when you do your filming? It depends, really. So yeah, obviously I have one day spare a week. So yeah, it's pretty much sometimes I've just got to go in, film my specific content and go, because I've still got other things to do in the weekend as well, like everybody else. you know and yeah, if it's an event, I will plan a whole day usually, but if it's just normal sort of weekly videos, I do try and only do half days, and yeah, occasionally I'll chuck a ride or two, and it depends how busy it is and how much time I've got. Sometimes I'll do two parks in one day to get the content I need. So it's full on, and I do get stopped a lot, which obviously I enjoy chatting to people that watch the videos and support the channel. But yeah, so I'm usually like boom, 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 boom. I'm going for it. Yeah, Thunderbolts, Bucky, Bob, Yolanda Century is saying, "Hi Shane, do you like my new account name?" What was your previous account name? I'm really not sure. Sorry. I'm really not sure what your previous account name was. Apologies for that. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Let me know. Rick's saying family trying to plan a trip to Disney World. Oh man, that'd be so cool. Universal Florida. Yeah, Universal Florida. Again, I've just come back from there recently, and wow, amazing. I would have loved to have gone to Disney World as well, and all the other Disney parks there as well. But yeah, the cost of traveling it's massive. It really is. So yeah, it's especially for families. I mean, every single person, there's an airfare, and then there's accommodation, and then there's the food, and then there's tickets to get in these places, and they're not cheap. Those park tickets are not that cheap. Yeah. Hey, Straws, thanks for jumping on. Appreciate you. GC Party Bus is saying Australia Zoo was formerly Beerwah Reptile Park. I actually have been there when it was Beerwah Reptile Park back in the day. It opened in 1970, I think you've got there, June the 3rd, 1970. Okay, so June the 3rd was the birthday of Australia Zoo. So that's cool, yesterday. And 54 years old. Wow. And it was originally a 2-acre wildlife park. What is it now? 200 acres? Oh, no, it's massive now. So thanks, John. And that's awesome information. That's so cool. Hey, Straws, Jaggs, your new fence on Wild West Falls is awful. Yeah. So, I mean, it's the same kind of fence, just taller, right? Um, there's obviously a reason why they've done that at Wild West Falls, and I'm thinking it must be because of safety. It just must be because of safety. I can't see it being anything else. So, um, yeah, it's a bit of an eyesore now, to be honest. But there has to be a genuine reason why they've done that. So, yeah. Will the Wiggles go back to Dreamworld? Hopefully. um, have I seen Beetlejuice the musical? No, I have not. No, I have not. We still give King Claw a go, even though you get sick from those kinds of rides. Um, well, look, the CEO, Greg, there, he said that. I don't know if he's just telling me that, but he said it doesn't make you feel as sick as like the claw did for some reason, the size of it or something like that. So, look, probably, um, sorry, my computer's just having a. Um, uh, sorry, I'm having some dramas with the computer. Probably why the video quality is low. Anyway, yeah, so I probably will go on it at least once. Do the theme parks give discounts for park tickets after the 5 years of showing their parks off? No, Dreamworld are pretty good, like with getting us in for like events and things like that. Village Roadshow used to be, and all of a sudden that seemed to have become a lot less as of by the time they did the Wizard of Oz opening. Didn't seem to. Yeah, no invites there, but anyway, it's not the end of the world. But no, we just buy the annual pass like everybody else does. Yeah. So yeah, be nice if they did, but yeah, look, I guess they're running a business, so there you go. Yeah. Um. uh, I think someone's at my door. I think someone's at my front door. Can you guys? Oh, this is live. 1 second. 1 second. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Sorry, guys. Someone was at the door. Anyway, and they kept knocking. Wasn't important. Anyway, apologies for that. All right, so we're back. All right, let's go. And by the way, just so everyone knows, these I got 2 moderators on every live stream. So this is moderated, just to let you know. All right, let's see. So Thunderbolts. I'm sorry, I'm kind of not understanding your comment there. Something about how do you make good videos? Because I'm gonna go to Movie World and I want to do the parade and send it to YouTube. Okay, I see what you're saying. My phone said auto correct. You can see everything. Um, yeah, if you can live stream the parade or you can film it and then just upload it. But you might have to use editing software. That's all to make the video better. So I just use editing software. There's so many. CapCut's a good one you can use, and there's a lot of free ones you can download as well. So yeah, you want to download some editing software, and then you can just tidy up the video, and then you can send it to YouTube. That's essentially what we do. I think that's what you were asking. Sorry, sometimes these comments just keep moving as well, so it's hard to focus. So hopefully this answered your question there. All right. Yeah. So yeah, but getting back to the fence at Wild West, yeah, it's definitely for safety. I believe so. Um, but yeah, it's not themed, and that's the thing. They could have done a taller fence in some kind of themed way. Now I know that would add more cost, but I think what they've put there kind of, I mean, well, it was the same kind of fence, really. It's just taller. So I don't know. It does kind of look. I guess we're just not used to seeing such a tall fence there. I think that's what it is. None of us are used to seeing that. So, anyway, it has to be there, obviously, for safety reasons. So, they're not going to change it now. Anyway, let's move on. Why don't the parks seem to allow you to film on rides? Yeah. So, over here, there's the safety restrictions are way stricter than overseas. It is safety. So if you accidentally drop your filming device, camera, phone, whatever, and the speed you're going on a coaster, it would flick back and it can kill someone, or very seriously injure someone. Obviously, plus you'll lose your device and that'll be the end of it. But it's more about that. Also, it could get caught up in the wheels of the ride and cause a major issue with the ride. Um, so there's all those sorts of things. I know when they do filming for people here, like all the the really famous YouTubers, unlike me, but the ones that even the people that don't even do a lot of like theme park stuff, is if they've got a lot of followers on Instagram or TikTok, they just go, yeah, sure, go and do it, even though we supported the parks for years and been asking for years, and it's just a no. But anyway, they gaffer tape. They gaffer tape the cameras to their hands. Gaffer tape. It's crazy. So look, I've got all the right gear. I've got harnessed for the GoPro, and it's all the GoPro gear, and it's all secure. Nothing will ever come off. And I have filmed on some roller coasters, like Gambier World in Victoria. They allow you to, as long as you've got the right gear, they allow you to film on the rides. Fantastic. In the US, most Disney parks allow you to film on the rides. In fact, most of them you can just hold your phone up and film like that. Like, it's crazy. Universal Studios are the opposite. They don't allow you to film on any of the rides, or other than like the little indoor like slow rides. You can film on those, but coasters, not. They even have metal detectors. They got lockers before you queue up, and then you've got metal detectors, and you just can't take them on. People still sneak them in. I don't know, and break the rules. We've all seen it, but look, it's not worth it. I'm not going to be the one to go, hey, I'm sneaking cameras on rides and stuff. I'd rather do the right thing, and then one day they might say, hey, Shane, you can come and film on the rides. Great. It just provides that extra level of content for you guys, because not everyone wants to ride the roller coaster either. So it'd be cool to see what it's like to ride the roller coasters. And yeah, it's just a shame that those rules are there, but I guess it is safety, and we respect that. We all want to be safe on those rides. So yeah. Yes, it's not really about protecting their IP. It's a more of a safety thing. Yeah. Straws saying used to love the king. Used to love the claw, but for some reason, since you turned 18, it made you feel sick. You know what? You're 100% right. It's that when you're younger, kids, you can ride stuff just over and over and over and over. But yeah, once you start getting a bit older, like I can't like a one ride on that. I'd start like that last claw ride. I started to feel crook, and I think they might have run it a couple extra swings, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, we'll see. Hopefully, the King Claws is just going to do a kind of a short-ish cycle, and I should be fine. Hopefully, if not, it's just going to take me an hour to recover after. So anyway, the older you get, it gets worse. All those rides. Again, when I was in the US, I did Hagrid's roller coaster, which is unbelievable, an awesome roller coaster. But then I went straight on to Forbidden Journey, which is a motion ride with screens. That's quite a fast one, and the screens are right there. And most people feel motion sickness on that one. Funnily enough, Monsters Unchained at Epic is the same ride vehicles and same ride system and everything, but it's slower. So it basically puts you in the scene more, and you're more engaged in the storyline, and so you don't get motion sickness on that one. But then after I come off Forbidden Journey, after being on Hagrid's, I was not great for about an hour, maybe 2 hours actually. I struggled. I still got around the parks and did stuff, but I struggled. But yeah, anyway. What's the best view to film the parade? Look, anywhere in Main Street, because that's where they have all the lighting effects. If you go down to the fountain or something, that you don't get the lighting effects down there, and you don't get the most of the show. And if they're going to do a fight scene, like they did 2 years ago, which hopefully they will, it all happens in Main Street. So I reckon center of Main Street is your best bet to film the show. Craig, I feel Warner Brothers will leave Doomsday area till Fright Nights, making use of that space again, and then next year development. I think you're right there. Hopefully they utilize it for the upcoming Heroes and Villains event, maybe. But you're right. I think exactly what you just said there. I think you're bang on there. It'll just get used for Fright Nights and then developed next year. I think that'll be the case. Dreamworld's done a great job because after they got rid of Tower of Terror, they've just been saying they're bringing on more rides and doing refurbishments around the park. Yeah, exactly right. They have been, which is really good to see. Really, really good to see. There's a person at my door selling me water. No, it was actually the wrong house. So all good. Fright Nights, you feel Fright Nights are getting a little repetitive. Well, look, end of the day, they have a blueprint for the event, and they have to, because you can't keep changing that major, because it's a major event. However, it's what goes on inside that blueprint that they can tweak and change and manipulate. The event runs great. I mean, the thing is, there's been years where the whole event's been incredible. Like, wow. I mean, I love the event. Don't get me wrong. No matter what, I love it. But there's been years where it's been just the best. And then you think the next year after they change something and it's not quite as good, you think, well, it's still good. But you know what I mean? Like, it's like, what? Just maybe do that and do it well all the time. But the thing is, they've got to change IPs around. They only pay for those for certain amounts of time. It costs them a lot of money. So they do have to keep changing some of those IPs, understandably. Just asking for ways to make a good video for the superheroes and villains. But yeah, as I say, be in Main Street around center, you'll be fine there. And yeah, just get an editing software. So then when you finish filming, put all your clips into the editing software and just do some transitions there just to make it blend, and then upload it that way. And you can also add music into those. CapCut's a good one to use. It's quite easy to use and flexible as well. Should be fine. You can also just YouTube there's like tutorials on YouTube. That's all I ever did. I'm just self-taught and followed YouTube stuff. Made a lot of mistakes along the way. I'm no expert either, by the way. I'm just a guy with a phone and editing, and that's it. Hamish, I hope you get permission in the future. POVs help your kids get ride confidence. Yeah, visit confidence. Yeah, you're right. Once you see what the rides involve, you think, oh, okay, I could do that. Yeah, I agree with that. I look at them myself, and think the same thing. They definitely do help. Hey, Kira, yeah, the Ouija's gone. We were just talking about that before, about what's potentially going to be going in its place. So nothing's been announced on that one yet at Whitewater World. So yeah, it's not a big space there. So maybe they won't put anything there, or maybe they will put something different in there. But if you look at the space, it's sort of squished in between two slides. It's sort of wedged in between two slides. So maybe, yeah, maybe they'll just I don't know, maybe they'll just leave it. So not sure. But I think what they might do is, because they've removed it already, maybe they're putting another slide in there now and having that open for September when it reopens. So we'll have to just keep an eye on that one. What do you think the King Claw at Dreamworld is going to open? When is it going to open? I'm probably thinking December. I really probably think it's going to be December, to be honest. It seems to be when they open most of their attractions ready for that high season. Because I think in September, they got a lot going on in the park with the Spring County Fair, and then Halloween event starts September, October, or in October. So I just think it'll get that out of the way and school holidays out of the way, and then ready for the new attraction to open, ready for the Christmas holidays. That's what I think. I think that seems to be the sort of the trend of Dreamworld and most of the other parks as well. So we'll see. Will Scooby be back before the end of the year? Yeah, we're hoping. We're hoping September or December. But I think September. I reckon it could open in September, but we don't know. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Hey Shane, I hope Dreamworld would demolish Motor Coaster. Seats are very uncomfortable. Yeah, it's funny. You're right. It's a bit of an uncomfortable kind of one. But then again, so is Tron over in Disney, Disney parks where they have the Tron ride. Similar kind of similar the way the bike sort of closes up on you. And a lot of people complain about the Tron one as well. But Tron's an amazing ride. So, funnily enough, though, I was talking to someone, one of the managers at Dreamworld, and based on guest feedback, Motor Coaster is actually one of their top most liked rides in the park. It's not a hated ride at all. It's actually up there. So, that's based off guest feedback, not enthusiast feedback, guest feedback. So that's one thing I guess to note is, if that's guest feedback, that's one of their favorite rides in the park, why remove it? However, I think it goes without saying that it could be rethemed or possibly changed out in the future. Changing, it's sort of not really fitting in the theme of anything anymore. I think they know that, and but again, I don't think it would be top priority. Although you never know, they do surprise us with stuff. So you never know, they might come out and announce something, and we'll all go, "Oh wow!" So we'll just have to wait and see, I guess, on that one. Do you think they need any new rides at SeaWorld? 100%. They do, because they haven't really had anything for such a long time, or since Atlantis, I suppose. I think the back of the park. Okay, well, first of all, there's the part where they took out the Sea Viking. That's been, to me, it's been prepared for a flat ride. That's what it looks like to me. So, near the Storm Coaster and Jet Rescue. I think that's one spot they'll put something, and then I think Castaway Bay. I actually like the. I don't mind the ride, but down the back end of the park's kind of it's when the shows come out of the dolphin show, it's busy, and then it's just dead for the whole day almost. I think they need to do something else down there somehow, somewhere. I don't know, but they need something, a draw card, and I think it should be something decent, something really like, hey, you got to go down there and ride that. Bring people down there. That's what I think. But who knows? I mean, I like SeaWorld. It's a great park, but it does need something else. Like all the parks, always need something else. So hopefully, hopefully. Um, yeah, I guess what you're saying about motor coasters a little bit rough, needs a bit of a refurb and a retheme. Yeah, I agree, and they probably agree with that too. Um, so yeah, they probably that's probably on that. That's probably the cheaper option and probably the better option at the moment for that attraction. Um, Thunderbolts are saying off to have dinner, having a yummy HelloFresh meal. HelloFresh is awesome. Sponsored by HelloFresh. No, I'm not. Having creamy chicken and gnocchi. Gnocchi, I think it's called. Well, you enjoy that dinner. It does sound delicious, actually. What else we got here? There used to be a monster trucks show at Dreamworld. Yeah, that's right. That was One School Holidays 3 years ago, maybe. They had that there at the back. I enjoyed that, actually. It was actually a really cool show. Hopefully they could expand White Water World and put more rides in that space. Yeah, look, that is definitely space for either White Water World expansion or for the theme park expansion. I think where it's located, again, it's kind of furthest away. It would have to be a big draw card, and I'm thinking big coaster, dive coaster, maybe something really cool like that that brings people down there. Do you know what I mean? Something's got to bring people down. A big dive coaster would be insane and would bring people there. So maybe they would. And of course, there's that little area where the Trolls Village used to be. They open it sometimes for maybe some events, Halloween. I think they use it as a walkthrough for trick or treating. Potentially, they could put a flat ride in there. There's always options, of course. Straws is saying he hopes to travel overseas one day to check out some parks, but don't make enough from the retail. Well, hey, I'm hearing you. I did retail for most of my life, actually. So, um, you know, those parks are always going to be there. They're always going to evolve and get better and better. So, like, there's no rush, is what I'm saying. But definitely set a goal. And what you should do is just cost it out and go, okay, what is it going to cost to go there for 2 weeks or a week? You can easily do it. I've done a week in the US before and got heaps done. Like, it's a long way to go. But in fact, the last time I was there, I was only there 3.5 days, or 4 days. So, and that was Orlando, a long way to go. Obviously, that was a different kind of trip, but always cost it out because whilst it might be, let's just say you might aim for 2 years' time or 3 years' time even. The price is probably going to be kind of similar. Like I look back, like 5 or 7 years ago or something when I did a trip to the US. Well, I did one last year as well, but even last year to now wasn't a great deal of difference. Probably from 10 years ago there was because I got really cheap flights 10 years ago when they had really cheap flights. But you'll get a rough idea of costing out what Disneyland tickets cost or Universal tickets or wherever you plan to go, what the flights would be, accommodation, that kind of thing. And honestly, it might sound scary, but I've done a lot of solo travel. Now, I've got a family and I travel with my family. I prefer traveling with my family, obviously, but I've done a couple of solo trips to the US. And if you're as long as you're confident in knowing how things work, like what to do at the airports and all that kind of thing, I'd always suggest maybe booking stuff yourself. Like, I mean, some people go, "Oh, I couldn't do that. I'd prefer a travel agent." Like, as long as you get travel insurance, that's critically important. Covermore is probably the best. Well, one of the best anyway. I think that's my opinion. I'm not sponsored by Covermore, but they seem to provide a really good amount of cover, because when you're going overseas, what's the issue is, I mean, it's not just lost luggage. I mean, they do cover you for that, but if something happens and you get injured and you got to go to hospital or get medical attention, um, it's massively expensive, particularly in the US. Like it's horrendously expensive, like tens of thousands of dollars. So you have to have medical insurance. You have to have travel insurance. It covers you for lots of things. But if you're traveling by yourself, the accommodation is going to be a bit cheaper. You can get a smaller room. You can use single rider on most of the attractions at most of the parks. So you don't have to really fork out for, more money. I mean, it's always fun going with a friend, obviously, or family, but well, even if it's just a mate or a friend, pay individual costs, and it's like traveling alone or singularly. But yeah, cost it out and just plan how much you got to save a week. If it's $20 a week, you got to save. Just work out how long that is. If you're able to get a small like bank loan or something like that, I mean, I've had to do that for trips in the past, because they are not cheap trips. So save some, pay for some, and then obviously get a small loan. Again, as long as you can handle the repayments of that loan over the next 2 or 3 years after that. So, but you know what? If I didn't do the loan thing, as I probably would have never gone overseas, because I wouldn't have been able to afford it. Again, like you, retail doesn't pay a lot. It's just average wage, and bills and expenses. You have very little left at the end of the day. So, but again, like anything, you set a goal, you plan, you cost it out, you divide it out, work out how much you need, how much it'll save per week, and then set that amount aside into an account that you can't touch with your FPOS card, right? Like you got to go into the actual branch of the bank and sign something to get the money out. So that makes it more difficult, right? That's what I have done in the past as well. Just lock it away. Can't touch it. Otherwise, you go, there's a coffee here and there or whatever, and all of a sudden the money goes. So yeah, that's just my opinion. But feel free to send me a message, a DM, if you want questions about travel or anything like that. Happy to help out. What have we got here? The new ride that's going about Wet and Wild. It's kind of like the one at the back of Wet and Wild. Yeah. It's similar to the, what's it called? Yeah, it's another body slide, set of 4 body slides, but it's going to be good for the front of the park. It will help with the crowds. So I think it's a good move for Wet and Wild, putting something like that there. That should hopefully be open. Well, I haven't started yet on the actual slides, but they don't take long to do. I'm hoping September, maybe December for that, but I'm hoping September we might see a new slide open up. Hey, Jaggs, I watched your Orlando videos and I was wondering if you had any issues getting into the US. Nah. I'm going next month to Universal, but I'm worried with everything going on. Not sure what you're referring to. What everything going on? What? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but no, just travel, passport. As long as you got a visa, you just go in. So yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to, but there was absolutely no travel. And I traveled, obviously to the US, and then I traveled through the US at a couple of different airports and things. And I mean, when you travel by yourself, they do ask you more questions. Well, even when you're traveling as a family, you still get asked questions as soon as you arrive into the country. Why are you here? What are you doing? How long are you here for? Blah 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 blah. So, but yeah, just be honest and fill out everything correctly, and it's no dramas at all. It was easy. It was just like traveling to, I don't know, Sydney, Melbourne, except for, just as soon as you get into the countries, that's the first thing, is just passport control. But then once you're in the country, just domestic flights like anywhere else, just normal. So, I don't know what you're specifically worried about. Is it something specific you're referring to? Is it scaretastic YouTube? I'm not sure what you're referring to specifically, but I saw no, the airports are busy. Lots of people traveling, business as usual. So I don't know what else to say. It was just normal. It was just normal. Do you like Kenny and Belinda Land? Well, it's not sort of my age group, but I have been on the Big Red Boat ride. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and I'm a bit too heavy for the Kenny's Forest Fly. Is that maximum 90 kilo weight on that one? I'm just over that. So, well, I don't know if they actually weigh you on that, but anyway. All right, what have we got here? You're the best YouTuber. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know about the theme parks. Well, I appreciate your comment, Thunder, on that one. I'm sure I'm not the best YouTuber, but I'm glad you get a lot of information. That's the whole aim of my channel, is just to make sure I can give people who either are planning on going or can't get to the parks as often, just updated information about what's going on in the parks and what they like to visit, events that go on, that kind of thing. Just visiting as a normal person there, but just filming it as I go and sharing it with you guys. So thank you for the comments. I really do appreciate that. If there was one celebrity that you would want to meet, who would it be? Wow. As most of you know, I've met, I'm not gloating, but I have met a few pretty major celebrities in my life, but I don't know really. I don't know. I mean, probably the ones I've met are already are right up there, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind meeting Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. I think he's pretty cool. Maybe Jim Carrey. I like him as an actor. But I mean, there'd be plenty. There'd be plenty. You know, Jack Black. He was just in the Gold Coast recently, but unfortunately, I didn't bump into him. But yeah, I mean, there's been a few, but yeah, I like, you know, movie stars. Mark Wahlberg's always a good. He was in the Gold Coast too last year. Yeah, didn't bump into him either. But anyway, yeah, those type of people probably pretty cool. Adam Sandler, he'd be a good one. Keanu Reeves, all those sort of actors. Straw says appreciate it. Definitely something to aim for in the future for travel. Yep, absolutely. Doing it with mates as well. Yeah, it's definitely, it's good. It's definitely good to experience it with friends and that as well. Yeah, if you can share a room. I mean, you know, most rooms have, you know, obviously different kinds of sleeping arrangements and things like that. Split rooms as well. There's Airbnbs. You know, there's heaps of options out there for sure. What is a good memory that you've had at Movie World? To be honest, probably the early days. And I was just actually, someone was asking me today, like about some of the early rides. So you know, the Gremlins ride and probably the Looney Tunes River ride, were for their time amazing and really made Movie World feel like a movie based park. Probably those, and also when they did all the studio tour and you go into the sound stages and they had the Superman experience and the Memphis Belle, because I was over the years lucky enough to be pulled out of the audience and participated in those things on stage. So yeah, that's what really stands out for me is probably those few things as a guest at Movie World over the years, a long time ago. Long time ago. I would like it if they would put a new ride with the old lagoon used to be at Dreamworld. Oh yeah, the old water park. Yeah, you're right. Next to Steel Taipan. Yep, that's right. There would be. They still got the volcano sort of top there, sticking out over the fence there. So yeah. Thunderbolt saying celebrities I meet would be Sebastian. Is it Star? I think it's his Star or Stan Star. I think, and Lewis Pullman and Florence. Is it Pugh? I think it is. Very cool. Very cool. Every time I watch your Dreamworld videos about Jungle Rush, that gives me ideas for my Lego Temple roller coaster that I'm building. That sounds pretty cool. Definitely, yeah, it's pretty cool vibes through there. If I had to choose one celebrity to meet, it would probably be Shami. Shami. I've met Shami. I actually met him at Ferrophobia. That's where I was, Ferrophobia in the Gold Coast a couple of years ago. He was very pleasant to talk to. He wasn't like, he's very, very talkative. Yeah, I watch a lot of, well, haven't watched a lot lately, but yeah, he's definitely one of the OG YouTubers, probably in Australia. So yeah, he's done some crazy content over the years. But yeah, he lives in Gold Coast, so you never know if you're in the Gold Coast, you might just see him. Yeah, it'd be cool to live in that house. He's pretty. Yeah, he got some pretty awesome place he's living in for sure. And his cars, and it was G wagon and his Maserati. Is it Maserati or not Maserati? What is it? It's a supercar anyway. That yellow one. Right now, I think I actually am up to date with everyone's comments. Now, if I haven't, if I kind of missed your comment, apologies. I think I haven't though. Let me see. I think I got through most of them. But yeah, if I missed it, just pop it in again. Yeah, Shami's room. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I imagine being part of his, I guess, staff or whatever, being in his videos. I mean, you'd always end up in a hospital, I'm sure. What they do to each other is crazy, totally crazy. It's funny though, when I met him and he asked what YouTube I did, and I explained. He goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "Quite a few people like theme parks, eh?" And I went, "Yeah, absolutely they do." And he goes, "Oh yeah." And then literally a week later, he put a video out of him and his friends. They were at Dreamworld actually. This is when the old Shrek area was there, and they went up to one of the games. I think it was the game they had near Puss in Boots, like fire sort of ride, and and they I think he pushed someone's head down into the water, and it was a water game, like a dunking game or something like that, and they were just doing something around there. But it looked like the park was closed, so I think they sort of arranged it. I looked a bit staged, I think. Anyway, but yeah, he's cool. He's the best YouTuber. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Oh yeah, they grabbed the fire hoses. That's right, they did too. So I'm sure they've sort of arranged that for pre-park opening. But yeah, anyway, so DC Heroes and Villains coming up, which is exciting for movie world. What's happening at Dreamworld these school holidays? Anyone know what's going on at Dreamworld for these school holidays? I haven't seen anything yet, but usually they do. I'm pretty sure they usually have the Winterfest or Snowy Night. So I think that normally is around this time. So I think we probably will see something like that coming up. I don't think has it been announced yet? I don't think so. I think last year it was called Snowy Nights, changed from Winterfest, I think. So yeah, they probably have that event for their holidays, I would imagine. SeaWorld probably just open and trading. I don't think there's any event for SeaWorld or shows, new shows. I don't think has been anything like that. I Oh yeah, that's right. They left his mate on the giant drop as well. Yeah, that was pretty funny too. Anyway, cool. Yeah. So, did you watch the video of the making of the Leviathan? Oh yeah, yeah. I have seen that before. Well, not that exact because I think they've used footage from obviously that company. I'm sure I've seen something like almost not the exact one, but similar footage anyway. I've seen that in the past. So yeah, but I did watch bits and pieces of that briefly, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. There's a lot of insights there into what goes into that and the challenges of making that wooden roller coaster here in Australia with all the different building requirements and things compared to overseas and that. So it was really interesting, eh? So it was really cool to see that. Um, so yeah, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. I think was it Coaster Studios? I think it was Coaster Studios that might have had it on their channel. I think. So pretty cool. Definitely a good watch. All right. We haven't seen anything yet for Fright Nights for Movie World. No announcements or anything, so we'll have to watch the space. Obviously, they'll get through their heroes and villains event, and then they'll start rolling into Fright Nights. We'll start to see that ramp up, and obviously they'll start to announce what's happening there. So pretty excited, as always, for Fright Nights. One of my favorite park events as well. So that's exciting, and yeah, obviously they'll have Halloween nights at Dreamworld and spooky nights at SeaWorld again as usual as well. So lots of stuff happening at this back end of the year, which is really exciting. So yeah, so there we go. And as I mentioned earlier on, the Multicultural Festival, just have to Google that one, but it is run by a separate company at Movie World. The company is hired out Movie World for that one. Again, it's at night, so you can ride the rides at night, which is one cool thing. And then there are several multicultural performances just on a stage at Main Street there during the night. And there'll be a few different kind of food stores, but again, it's all just from uh, they're like outside companies. So anyway, I went last year, and it was still definitely worth checking out as well. Mazes or the rides for Fright Nights. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. See, I get it because the rides at night and they're not always open at night, but the event is for the event. I always go for the event. I don't worry about the rides on a Friday night. It's all about the mazes. It's all about the atmosphere, foods, drinks, entertainment, whatever else is going on, shows, that kind of thing. I think that's where um, the best options are. Dreamworld, new stage. Now I think it's now officially open. So that's pretty cool. Now I do have a photo here, so hopefully you may not be able to see this very clearly, and especially if the video is not that great. And I apologize for that. But anyway, that is what the new stage looks like. So there's steps going up to the stage. This sort of opens up a bit more, and there is actually, it's hard to see in this particular photo because but that white like square panel at the back there, that is actually yellow, and there's a sign on there that says Main Street stage. So that's what it actually says on there. And actually, there's a little area behind that. So actually, you can see from this here. So there's a little area behind that, so they can actually, I guess, use that to, costume change type scenario. Like quickly change something or grab props or something like that. So yeah, and I like the way they've done the finishing of that. It really looks nice. So yeah, so there you go. So that's something pretty cool. It's been under construction for a little bit there. That's now open. So that's really cool. I'll post that on Instagram, of course. Um, so yeah. Do you think they'll bring back Fearophobia? This year, I would probably put money on that they'll bring it back this year. I think it was just a venue issue last year. I don't know specifically, but I'm pretty sure it was something they had the venue and then I don't know what happened, but it was out of their control. And end of the day, they had to make the call. I can tell you now that they would have been, they would already have had this year's one locked away, signed, sealed, and delivered. We're not sure where that's going to be yet. So look, obviously it's not going to be at the Westfield Helensvale site because that's still occupied by the new motorway extension road crew. So I think it'll potentially be where they were going to have it, Coomera, outside Coomera Westfield, where they have all the circuses and things there. Or if they don't have it there, I think that'd be a great location, by the way. But I think if they don't have it there, maybe something like the Broadwater Parklands, potentially. I don't know, again, but they seem to have a lot of the events and things there. So I think that could be definitely an option for this. I think that'd be a brilliant location. So central, it's on the tram line. Yeah, I think that would be brilliant. So I'm hopefully I'm confident they're going to have that. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So yeah, we're hoping. They do a great job, those guys. Cool. All right. What do you reckon, guys? We'll wrap it up. We've been going for an hour and a half or thereabouts, just under, but around about an hour and a half. And I really just wanted to touch base on obviously the movie board event that's coming up for the holidays. Other things we've spoken about. That's been happening in the parks, and also again with my channel with the videos, with the USA content, Singapore content, lots of Universal Studios content. Universal Studios would definitely be my favorite theme parks in the world, definitely. Then Disney. So I love Disney, but I'm just a movie person and highly love these themings. Epic Universe was incredible. Universal Studios Florida was incredible. Islands of Adventure Florida was incredible. So, and of course, I love Hollywood as well. Universal, Singapore Universal. I really enjoyed that park. Smaller park, not operated by Universal, but still, it was built and built by Universal. So, it still has all like the minions there. It still has the Transformers. It has Shrek and all that kind of thing. So, I really enjoyed that park. Some people said, "Oh, it's a small park. You'll have it done in half a day." I was there the whole day from open to close, literally rope drop to end of day, and probably didn't get to every single shop or every single eating establishment. Did all the rides though, so that was the main thing. I think I might have missed one of the rides in the Jurassic area. Yeah, it was. I can't remember what it was called now, but it was like a flying one. But yeah, I mean, brilliant park. Mummy ride there is awesome. Same as one as Orlando. It's a really awesome park. Just it's really hot and humid in Singapore, like you wouldn't believe. But awesome though, worth a visit. Anyway, thanks Rex, appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks Thunderbolts for your comments and everything. I appreciate that. Thanks everyone who's been interacting and commenting on the live. Always appreciate you guys. Straws, thanks again. Always appreciate you as well. But yeah, everyone else, thank you for jumping on the live during your busy week. Muchly appreciated. And again, appreciate the support for the channel, and always good to see you guys out in the parks as well. But we're going to wrap it up there for this week's live stream. And I hope everyone has an awesome week ahead. Hope you all get to do something really cool in the weekend, theme parks, attractions, or events, or whatever. Stay safe and definitely have fun. And I'll, again, hopefully be releasing Universal Studios content in between local content. So look out for those and appreciate your support. Anyway, guys, thanks. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I almost ended it too soon. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next journey. Good night.